Well, guys, we've gone and done it. I've been absolutely horrible at documenting this, so here's my attempt at actually being in front of a camera. So I'm Jeremy, I'm the owner of Oliver's Tech Shop and Studios, and we are taking the show on the road. We do photography, we do video, we do cinematography, even though we're not good at any of it. We decided that we definitely want to travel and do video everywhere, not just here in town. So we've gone ahead and purchased ourselves a bus. As you can see, we've already dirtied the place up, and here's our flooring and everything that we're going to attempt to install tonight. But yeah, so this is a 2000 Freightliner FS65, I believe is the chassis designation. It has a Cat 3126 and the all dreaded AT545 transmission. Yeah, but that's okay, because according to everything we've been able to figure out and the 463 rear gears, we should safely be able to do 60 miles an hour at about 2200 RPM, and that is below the 2300 RPM that would initially give you valve float. And this particular engine is actually governed at 2500 RPM, which according to Spicer's website should roughly be about 66.5 miles an hour. We're gonna stay below that until we do a rear gear swap, but that's not in the budget today. So we're just gonna build and go as far as we can until we find out that we definitely need a rear gear swap or transmission swap. At that point, we'll figure things out. So one major issue we have is the entire front half of the bus. We have all of this wiring that was run by the previous owner, and that's for all of the identity lights, the marker lights, the turn signals, which are not working. All of this has been ripped apart, and yeah, we don't know anything about any of this, so all of this needs to be figured out. We've got an air leak right down there, and this dashboard, the oil works, the coolant and trans temperature works, the fuel gauge works, and the air gauges work. Nothing else works. On top of that, we've got this lovely little mess down here, which we've got to get sorted out. We already had a major short in the system. We ended up having a problem with it, drove it without any issues, and then came home, parked the truck, went to bed, woke up in the morning, the lights were on, and we shorted out the whole system. The batteries were completely dead. We couldn't get this thing to start, and It took us about 5 days to finally find the daytime running light module has a fault. We didn't know this bus even had daytime running lights. It's got a manual switch. We turn that switch on and the lights turn on. So we don't know where or why or how. We ended up pulling the fuse. That fuse solved the problem, but now we have to find the module and remove it because we don't want any more problems. We'll see how far that goes. Again, it's a 2000 Freightliner FS65. It is not a full-size bus. However, it is also not a short bus. It is mid-sized, used to have a wheelchair lift. The wheelchair lift is no longer installed, and it was quite corroded when we looked at it, so we decided we just weren't even going to bother taking it or putting it in there. Plus, the bus is a little smaller than we actually wanted, so we ran out of room, but that's fine. We are planning on building a fold-out porch here and probably putting some piano hinges down, just kind of allowing it to come out this whole section right here. Probably put one again at the top that's also spring-loaded that'll come out, so it's almost a screened-in porch, because we do have cats that are going to be going over the road with us. But for the most part, there she is.